The story of the Bell Witch. It must have been 100 years ago when John Bell and his wife and 6 children built a mansion of 48 rooms in a little town called Adams, Tennessee. It's just a settlement. But John Bell was a very wealthy man, also a very greedy man. Everything he saw, he wanted, and everything he wanted, he got. He saw a piece of land that was owned by an old woman named Kate. He wanted that land, and he bought it. Everybody called Kate a witch because she wore an old black dress with an old black bonnet, and when she spoke to you, she said, "Howdy do." One day, Kate decided that she wanted her land back, but John Bell would not give it back, and Kate became obsessed with trying to get the land back. Finally, Kate met John Bell one night on his way home, and she said to him, "I promise you, John Bell, that as long as you and your children and your children's children live on my land, you'll never live happy or satisfied." Now, John Bell was shaken by that curse, but he left Kate alone. But sometime later they found Kate dead. Nobody's sure how she died, but John Bell was glad she was gone. One day, John Bell realized that in his home there was a spirit. Some say it was the spirit of Kate. For you see, he could not sleep at night, for the spirit pulled the covers from his bed. He could not eat during the day, for the spirit slapped the food from his hand. 5 years John Bell was plagued with this spirit. He couldn't sleep and he couldn't eat. One night, as he was tucked into bed by his wife, she kissed him, picked up the candle, and went into her room to sleep. Over in the night, she heard something in her husband's room. She got up, opened the door, and there, standing beside his bed, was the form of a woman dressed in black. And she said, "Who are you? What do you want?" And she heard then, when she ran toward the bed, the form disappeared into thin air. When she touched her husband, he was dead. In John Bell's coffin, there was a note signed by what the slaves called the Bell Witch. "I shall return in 100 years, she said. But 100 years would have been 1939. But in 1939, none of the Bell descendants saw the Bell Witch. But 1 year ago, the man who now owns the land, Mr. John Eaton, was seated on his front porch, reading a paper, when he heard something down in the woods, and it sounded like, they say the Bell Witch has returned once more." And that's the end of that.